as some people might know, I'm a chess player. Well, a former chess player. And as someone who likes code, I made a program that plays chess. Why did I choose chess? Because I played chess, and to everyone that think that chess is easy. Okay, let's not go over... Let's just only go over the move. These checks are completely meaningless, but here is... Okay, here is the code for n%. If my pawn tries to take an n%, oh fuck, I said it wrong so much. Okay, if my pawn takes an n%, also clear the area where one column away where the pawn of the enemy should be. The reason why n% shows up in the code itself and is not invisible like it should be is because I needed to see that it works properly. This is still the development phase. And this function goes after I know this is a legal move. Like, everything that comes here is already legal. Then I do backup first before I do anything. Then I try and see if it's a n%, then also destroy the pawn. Then after I do the n%, I clear all n% from previous moves. I add new n% if one if one exists. And I make the move itself. This is just set the target board to the origin board and clear the origin board because the piece left, and if it captured something, that something is not replacing itself, so it just set it to empty. And then I do a check if this setup is actually legal, because I can have a completely legal move be legal if my king is in check. So I do check if any piece of my enemy have a legal move to capture me, to capture my king. I do this for both sides and takes by turn. And this is again takes the is legal move. I'm not showing it right now because that's the kicker. Wait. Where's move? Ah, god damn it. Chess H. Move. Come on, where's move? Move. Here. So, after I've seen that it's not a check, if it is a check, I need to restore the previous setup that I saved here and return false. I didn't make a move because it was illegal. Then, if it was a pawn and it promotes, then I turn it into a queen. Now that I see it, that it actually has restore, like I can change the piece to a queen before I do the check, but I already did it. It doesn't really matter if it comes before or after. So, if my move is a capture or it's a pawn, then I reset the stalemate counter. Otherwise, I increase it. Stalemate counter comes into play when, of course, there are I'm not sure if it's 30 or 50 moves. In my code I wrote 50 because I don't know, it seems fine. The program can run fast enough. So I put 50 moves, and if 50 moves were done with no pawn and no capture, then it's a stalemate. This is part of the game of the rules of chess. If one of the rules that I didn't include was repetition, because stalemate by repetition is basically the same as stalemate by 50 moves. It's just a simplification, and if it's a software that needs to run and like it seriously doesn't matter. It will happen eventually if the game enters repetition. If the game enters repetition, it means that pawns and capture didn't happen anyway, so there is that. This is another one of the rules that I didn't include. Once again, if king and r2, r2 is the amount of steps that the king took. No, it's the position. Wait, if is king and r2 is equal to what? No. Oh my god. Oh fuck. I need fuck. Okay. So this is a problem, because I forgot and r2 minus r1 absolute is equal to. So if it was a castling move, that is the only move in which the king can step twice. So okay, here is my problem. So I fixed it. If it is a king move and the target is 2, which is the C file, and it was a castling move, then check if it's a king, if it's a white king, set this to a rook, and if it's a black king, set to black rook, and then set the position, the old position of the rook, to empty, and then same for the other side. If it's a white king, set it to a white rook, empty. For the black king, set to black rook and empty. And then if it was a rook move, set the black. Okay, if it was a rook move, and r1 is equal 0 and turn mean if turn is true, then it's black's move. If is rook and turn and r1 is equal 0, oh, I see. There is another bug in here too. And c1 is equal 7. If it's this corner move and black can castle left, then obviously black tried to move his corner, the left corner rook, so castling left is no longer an option for black. Same for the other ones, and I need to add those conditions in here too, because oops, and 0 and 0 and open bracket. Sometime just going over the entire freaking thing. Of course, if it is a king move, regardless of what king move it is, then castling is no longer an option, because either the king castled, so it's no longer relevant, or the king moved otherwise, which negates the ability of the king to castle. So I did think about it, I just made an oopsie in here. And now to the real kicker of this show. The isCheck function itself calls isLegalMove, which isLegalMove is called before every possible move. It's a gigantic freaking function. First thing it does, it checks if you're trying to move in the correct turn. If it's black turn and you're trying to move a white piece, it will return false, because you can't move your opponent's freaking pieces. Same for the other way around. And then it calculates the differentials. dx is rows, which are the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And then there are the columns, which are A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. I think. Maybe. Never mind, I'll see in the code how I coded it. So, okay. The rows. Okay, if pawn First case is if it's empty. If it's empty, then no, it's not a legal move, because this is the moving piece. So the moving piece cannot move regardless of what you're trying to do if it's empty. Why are you even doing this? Second case, pawn. There are two different pawns because white pawns and black pawns doesn't need to have the same move pattern, because of course they're moving in different directions. So if it can capture, and okay, first thing it does, it sees if dy is equal to -1, meaning that it advanced from 1 to 2, like, or whatever other thing it tried to do. So it sees that if it can capture the piece, this just check that the piece that it tries to capture is a piece of the enemy team or is an en passant. Oh fuck. Oh fuck me. En passant is actually not empty. Okay, so I will need to add some code here. Chess h bool is empty, and just is empty take my enum class p, and it's if p equal my enum class empty, or p equal my enum class en passant, or p equals my enum class the other en passant, then it will return true. So yeah, I'll need to do this. Control C, Control H, and replace it with an just with an let me do this with an is empty of this. Yes. Okay. Replaced everything with is it empty. Of course that it shows up in other areas. Okay, I still should put this in here. Okay, there is another freaking condition for this. I'll change it later. I'll come back to it. Back to is legal move. So now that everything is using the is empty correctly. What? Oh yeah, because this can stay as my enum class empty because this is the pawn's double move, dy equal -2 and dx equals 0 and c1 equals 1, meaning the pawn is on the first the pawn is on the starting line. The move is 2 steps forward and no step in any other direction, and both of those can only be empty. There is no condition where those are something else that isn't empty and this move can be legal. So beyond that, I do the same with the other pawn, just the other way around, and then knight. If it can capture, then it's true. If it's empty, then it's also true. For moves that are either delta x equal 2 and delta y equal 1, or delta x equal 1 and delta y equal 2. This is so freaking simple. It makes everything else look like a nightmare, because everything else is a nightmare. So, if delta x and delta y are smaller than 2, just same as knight. If it can capture, it can move. If it's empty, it can move. Now, here is the castling. I won't go into detail in what happens here, just that it checks if everything is correct. You just need to see all the, like, that every single piece between is empty and that every other thing is also something. Let's see. Oh wait, I forgot to add. Now I'm not sure. It's this. Because king is at 4. Yeah, so king starts at 4 on the e file. This one. the this, and of course if 1 is empty too. Because this is the big castling, so let's see. Yeah, if 7 means that it started at 4 and it went 5 6, and then 7 goes to 5, because everything in computers is 1 minus. So I need to add this in here too, and this fixes everything with castling. And also, now start going over the castling itself. If is move, meaning how do I even explain is move? Is move just check if anything on the enemy team, not turn, has a legal move to this position. It's basically is check, but for what's it called? It's is check for non-king. Just seeing if anything has a legal move there. This function is very annoying to deal with, because once again it calls is legal move, and this is cascading. I really hate the fact that I can't write this function in a non-cascading way, but this is how chess is. Chess is cascading in its nature. It will be more apparent the further we go in this freaking function. So that's basically just a copy paste of everything, and this just black turn, white turn. That's it. Castle left, castle right, castle left, castle right, same thing. Rook is legal move next. Now, rook checks if dx and dy, if either one of those equals 0. Is it 0? Then it's a vertical or horizontal move. And then it make a cascading check if every single tile on the way is empty. This is just a sign function that says 1 if it's positive and -1 if it's negative, so I can shrink the distance. I can make checks until I reach the rook itself. I do the cascading check from the target location to the rook, and not the other way around. And then if the rook can capture, then it's if is legal next, the cascading function return true, then it sees that if it's a capturable position or an empty position, then it can move. I will go over is legal move next. after I'm finishing going over this. Okay, bishop, same as rook, just need to see if the absolute values of dx and dy are equal, so it's exactly diagonal. And then is legal move next, same function. Queen, a compound of bishop and rook. Just copied all of the code from this and put it here. And this is all of the freaking annoying parts. Is legal move check is just an is legal move with test move to see if there is a check after the move is done. This helps removing this help in removing illegal moves that are not normally illegal. And then is legal move next. If the move is in range, of course that the in range function just looks at the number and sees if it's between 0 and 7 including those two. And then if I reached my target, if C1 and R1 are equal C2 and R2 respectively, then I did it. I reached my initial position and the move was valid. The reason why I did this is because I need to know which piece is moving. This is why I'm starting from the end and working my way to the origin, altering the end point each time, because this keeps the origin point intact. I can remove empty, I can remove king, because both of those never call this function. Wait. Yeah, both of those never call this function. Okay, so what I'm left here is with rook, just doing the check. If it is empty, then return true. After you cascade, need to cascade again, does the same function with a smaller differential each time until it reaches the origin. And then if there was no interruption on the way that would cause it to return false, then it returns true. What it does, if it is empty, it returns true, and then if it's not empty, it returns false, and then this, like, the next if statement would not be checked. It would just skip over it and return false each time, going up until it reaches the legal move, the normal legal move check. And basically that's rook, bishop, and queen. So much cascading. Is check just sees if, yeah, I went over is check before, and this is the entire freaking logic of the game. It's insane how freaking annoying it is to write something like this. Okay, so if pawn tries to move into an n%, then it's a legal capture. Otherwise, it's just using the pieces. I seriously don't need those because I return false at the end. So just for simplicity's sake, let's see. If it's one of the white pieces and the target is a black piece, then return true. Otherwise, break and return false. If it's a black piece trying to capture a white piece, return true. Otherwise, break and return false. That's can capture. Input, just freaking input. Illegal moves aren't really show things. Export move string by index is just looking through all the illegal moves because there is a holder for the legal moves and it exports them. So now after I fixed some of the potential bugs, I can just go to AI versus AI and let the carnage begin. It's not running extremely fast because the algorithm is not optimized, and also it's running on debug mode. It would run a bit faster in release mode. Let's just run it on release mode just to see. Okay, that's significantly faster. And basically it runs until it checkmates. And I love some of the checkmates that it does. This is a queen and bishop checkmate. There are so many positions that I love in this freaking game. And this level of chess is peanuts compared to what I have in store. Game over, checkmate. King is what? Okay, I think I see a bug here. Because I think this is these two are still legal moves. This is not because of the pawn. This is okay. I still have some bugs regarding. Oh, this is so annoying. Chess is so hard. Why can't it move in here or in here? This is so annoying. Because this is not a legal move for the bishop. And there is nothing that is actually threatening the king in here. This position is a mate in 1, though. Like, there's no two ways about it. I think maybe a mate in 2. Like, if the king goes in here, then maybe it's a mate in 2 or something like that. Wait, no, it's a mate in 3 in here. Like, I think it's this, capture and check. Then move here and if it moves here, then queen moves in here. Yeah, and forced to move in here. And then knight captures. Wait, no, it's this. Yeah, it's queen moves here. Wait, knight captures. Wait, move here. Knight captures, then forced move in here. Then queen in here, check. Must move in here. Checkmate. There might be a faster checkmate, but from all of the code that I went over, I don't see anything that this is so weird. Okay, well, it usually does finish up like in a proper checkmate, but the fact that it can lose that it doesn't identify certain legal moves, like here, for instance. What prevents me from making king g2? Heck, I can even do, yeah, I can even do king g3. I just can't do here, and can't capture this pawn with anything because nothing can capture this pawn. So those two are still legal moves. It does differentiate between checks and checkmates because it did check a lot of time. It's just that those weird positions, I can't understand how how it finds those positions, because the game itself sees those exploits and will calculate toward them, because this is just how the algorithm works. And because I don't keep like a log of everything that happens in the game, I can't see what the fuck caused this shit. Okay. This is inspect position, inspect test position. I should make an inspect position like like that takes a board in and just freaking did I go? Yeah, test move. In test move I do backup. Wait, why am I not just doing move? Yeah. And then restore. If move should have false, return 1. Otherwise return 0. And restore. I need to minimize the amount of functions I use, because the more code I have here, the more problems I can get. Okay, so there goes one of those. Okay, yeah. Huh? Display legal moves. Okay, so I need to close this. There are 5 legal moves. Why are there 5 legal moves? Hmm? Wait. In AI versus AI, it calls... Oh, while it's adding moves, chess moves. Okay, 1, 2, 0, 0. I have no idea what these numbers mean. Actually, it's not like I can... Okay, display legal moves true. Let's do this so I can actually see what the moves are when it throws the arrow. Okay, so why are there only 5 legal moves? It's currently Black's turn. And all of those moves are self-captures. F6 to F6, G4, G4, F2, F2, E4, E4, A1, A1, C2, C2. Which is extremely weird. Okay. Display legal moves. Maybe... just freaking do it in a way that I can actually see what the frick is going on. Okay. Wait, this should be 0, 1. This should be 0, 1. Yes, now I can actually start seeing what's freaking going on in here. Okay. Yeah, I had another typo in here. For fuck's sake, I'm making so many typos. Edit. Wait, just restart. I don't need to freaking do this. Okay, now I can see the proper moves. Then knight b1 to d2. Knight b1 to... wait, this is white's move. There are written 3 legal moves, but 4 are here. And this is not a check. AI versus AI. Is legal move check just sees if it is a legal move, and then it returns the test move if the test move is 0. So it will return true if the test move is 0. Oh, wait, because test move actually freaking... oh, right. Turn equal not turn. So it wouldn't switch turns for some stupid reason. It switched the turns while it was testing, so stupid things like that happened. And of course the running branch analyzed 40 something moves. That's a lot of moves. Okay, but now it's running correctly. Check. Oh, stalemate. because 50 moves. That's the game result 2. Game result 2 is stalemate because of moves. I did it because trying to freaking follow what's going on in this game is too hard when I'm not currently making any sort of move reader, so I can't see if there are weird moves that are occurring. So just run it a bit more, and just like that it did like 70 moves. So each flicker in here is not a single move. Some of those flickers are 2 or 3 moves happening, because sometimes when there is a check there are only like 3 or 4 possible moves. Yeah, game result 2. And this engine doesn't know how to force a checkmate. Wait, but fuck. Okay, so what I need to do is I need to do all of this code. I need to take all of this code and fuck. Boolean submove. And what does it take? It takes the same thing that move takes. Okay, this way I can just crop up all of this in here. Return true at the end. And let's see. Okay, so all of these things should be in move itself. And what I need is, if the move is pawn, I need it in here. I don't need stalemate counter. And I do need is king. Let's see. It's, yeah, it's fine. Now submove takes C1, R1, C2, and R2 does all of the moving, but doesn't change those and doesn't change the turn. And then I can take submove, plop it in test move, and then restore at the end. Now There should be way less bugs in here. The thing it did was disable castling. Not that this freaking computer loves castling. But it should be an option. Now it displays them. It displays the moves twice right now. I can delete this, and now it should display the moves only once. And let's see. Okay. The default analyzer is running at 0 to show the next position's material value, but the actual AI side is doing some calculation, and the other side is just seeing what I can see and hear, and this is just a draw. The heck is just going on? Why is it not stopping? That's oh my god, fuck my life. I think that just move. Oh right, because I didn't. Right. Wait. If submove equal false, then restore and return false. That's one. So it wouldn't destroy everything. Alright, if is capture or is pawn, stalemate counter is equal 0, else stalemate counter plus plus. After the move is done, see if you need to do some stalemate counters, and yeah. Now AI is, I won't go into it right now. Okay, and this is being stupid. Let's see. Can clearly see that running branch analyze is a bit more complicated, but for some reason it refused to capture the freaking queen. Why? I didn't see. Because it moves a bit too quick for me to read the entire freaking board. Huh? What the fuck did it... I just don't know why those numbers move so freaking rapidly in all directions. Okay, queen and king, and it wouldn't be able to mate because it's stupid. This is an easy mate for a human, but like even for a human, it's an easy mate. And for AI, it's extremely easy. For this thing, this AI, it just knows values. It couldn't learn even if I tried. I would make something that will learn in the future, but currently this is the best it can do. And let's just see if it does anything except freaking... Okay, I just want to see. Small numbers, odd numbers. And king, add sleep. Sleep for half a second so I can actually read what's going on, please. This is just to see if there is any weird thing going on. Negative goes up when being stupid. Wait, why are all the numbers the same? All the numbers are the same. Oh my god. Why are all the numbers the same? What happened? Because some moves are clearly worse than others. And even with a sleep 500, it moves awfully fast. So go back to debug so I can actually see things properly. Yeah, they are all the same, which is completely stupid because they shouldn't be the same. Chess, score something, get material value. It's no, it's inspect position. Where is it? Yeah, inspect position. Chess. Inspect position. Taking a board. And then create this. go and copy this entire thing. Paste this. And now, instead of board I underscore board. And now inspect position would just stop with this bullshit and run inspect position board. And inspect test position. We just do the same with seriously with board test. Unifying all of those things. Okay, this is weird because it should show something, because pawn moves are actually considered more valuable. So this is stupid. In inspect position, yeah, return this. Return the raw data because I already did the weird things. This is some issue with this that annoys the crap out of me. Analyzing this, getting the data, and setting score index to the correct score index. And the only weird thing is gen is equal 0, get material value, board turn. Okay, this is just averaging. Without this, it's just averaging the two different positions. If it's my turn or if it's my opponent's turn, because I didn't want to make some stupid mistake and have it do some stupid bullshit. So okay, now it shows something. It still shows the same numbers though. It still shows the same numbers on all of them. Wait. Maybe I'm doing something stupid again. It's doing this, so running score A. Okay, so indexed. This score 0, score 0, score 0. Why everything is score 0? Because it shouldn't be. Huh? Score 8, score 6, score 1, score 19, score 15, score 4, score... No, index, sorry. Because... Wait, what the fuck is going on here? Oh yeah, it's just sorting them by index afterward. And return sorted vector. So let's continue. See if score index shows some sort of anything here should... No. Come on. Some of those moves should at least display... Okay, so it's not in here, it's before this. It's before the by score, it's in the legal moves. Okay, so legal moves display legal moves. There are legal moves, then assistant should clear the moves and add move. Step into. Wait. It's... Oh. Yeah, test move. Okay, and now I see what I did there. Fuck. Yeah, there was another use for this that I forgot to make. That's so stupid. Test move was also used to export the moves to the tests thingy. So I need to make a where is it? Chess. Yeah. Temporary board local. I'll need to make a local board and then back up everything in the local board. And then after restoring, I need to put everything from the local board to the board test. Yeah, and this should fix everything because there's so many things that go. Okay, I need to return this. Okay, and now everything works. I just needed to like combine all of my code bases, and it's so annoying to combine code bases when you write something in 7 different ways. So this is what I've been doing for the past days, and well, past 2 days I've been doing this. I had some issues remembering how things function, and let's just see, does it work properly? Wait, this is debug. Debug is too slow. I just go to release mode, main. Did I put it to sleep somewhere? No, I didn't. Perfect. So it should start running fast. Yeah. This is running fast. And now it should checkmate. Come on. Checkmate. How? Queen. Rook. Bishop. Okay, so what about here? Oh, this queen. Here it's this rook. So the thing is, it's closed. This bishop and this rook. This bishop, this rook, and this queen are closing all. Oh, and this queen too. So this queen, and this rook are closing off all of those. This queen is closing this move, and this queen is checkmating. This game would have been over, I think, like 20 moves earlier if... What's... How checkmate? Okay. Is it going to be one of those... Yeah, it's going to be one of those fun positions where queen blocks all of the moves and then bishop checkmates. This is the type of positions that I love. Also the pawn here. So even if this was a bishop too, it would still be a checkmate. No, it wouldn't be a checkmate because it could move here. But if, like, yeah, if this king was checked by a knight, this position would still be a checkmate because this pawn is just blocking those two. I love those things. I just love it. Finally, it's because the code base is now unified, like the move and the test move are the same function. There is no disparity between them, so nothing weird can happen. Okay, how the fuck is this a checkmate? What is checking? Knight. Knight checks king. Bishop and queen blocks here. Queen blocks here and saves the bishop here. Bishop blocks those two, and this is a check. I just love seeing those. I just love puzzle. I just love piecing the puzzle of why is this a checkmate. It's so freaking lovely to see. I just needed something bare bones that works, and it's just so good when it works. And beyond that, all that's left to do is just use my neural network, use the neural networks that I can generate and let them learn chess. Because the games are running takes like a few seconds to run, it's still long. It's not a short freaking game. Like, I can't run 100 of those. This is checkmate. I've seen it in here. I see the over 1000 score, and I'm like, that's a checkmate. This is so fucking good. Um, Now, the thing that I can do to make some semblance of weirdness is to add more things to the analyzer, like not to the analyzer, to the, come on, to the get material value. It's called the inspect position function. Yeah, to add some more things to the inspect position. No, it's not the inspect position. It is here. It is the get material value. This checks if it's a checkmate. And if it's not a checkmate, then it just gives off this. Wait, no. If it's not check, there is another thing I can do, and it is to see if there are legal moves. And then return 0, which means that it's a stalemate. This will increase the ability of the function to dodge stalemates. This also means that I need to never mind, just let's see how it functions. because another queen bishop checkmate. Okay, so yeah, it's fine. I can just do this and it wouldn't affect the function in a weird way, because if I do this, this would affect the function in a weird way. Because there is some reliance on this that average out if this is my turn or my opponent's turn. So if I do a move that would leave me with 0 moves, it put me in a stalemate position, then it would count as a score 0, at least for my side, and then my opponent's side would get the correct value. So if my opponent but if it's my moves, then I'll try to maximize my value. So if the board score is half, I would avoid it if I'm ahead, and I would try to make it if I'm behind. Yeah. Let's try it. It's not like it's actually killing me. Let's try. And of course that the value distribution is not very big, because it's just the material value of this turn alone. I can show the material value of 2 turns ahead, like 1.5 turns ahead, and it would be a bit clearer, but it still returns the same values, it just returns the min-maxed values. So there's really nothing in here that would give, like, there is nothing in the function that prioritize mate in 1 over mate in 2. Even though it's like better to mate in 1 than to mate in 2. I don't have any idea how to make it so that it will see it in the function, but wouldn't, like, I don't know. I seriously don't know. And actually it doesn't really matter that much, because this function, this min-max function, is there only to teach the AI, the proper AI that I'm going to make, to actually run. The inspect position is just giving values to each piece, and things like a pawn is equal to 2 points. Everything in here is being cut in half afterwards. So a pawn is equal to 2 points, knight equals 5, bishop equals 6, rook equals 10, queen equals 18, king equals 1000. This was for when my function didn't have the, what was it? There is this other thing, yeah, in here, when my function didn't include this bit. So I needed to analyze 2 turns ahead to get a mate in 1. With this thing, I can analyze 1 turn ahead and get a mate in 1. Like, I can analyze, actually, it's called analyzing 0 in here, because it's just analyzing the immediate turn, and it will get the mate, because it sees that my opponent has no legal move, and my opponent is in check, so it returns the proper value. And of course there's this, but who cares? So this is my chess program. It's not complete because it's missing one feature of chess, but it includes everything else. It includes things that other functions that I've seen, other people that tried to make it, that I've seen, that just ignored or forgot, like castling and passant. And the only incomplete feature in here is already partly implemented, which is promotion, which promotes automatically to queen. And in, I think, like 99% of cases, promoting to anything that is not a queen is absolutely stupid. But what do I know? So yeah, there is that. Like, if promoting into a queen is a smart move, generally, why would I decide to not promote into a queen? And the answers are pretty much avoiding stalemate. That's the only answer. If the move is going to be a stalemate, then you won't promote to queen, but if it's anything but a stalemate, you would promote to queen. Because with queen you can mate in, with 2 queens you can mate in 3, I think, from any position, maybe. I know that queens can mate in 3 from any position of an open board. I'm not sure if it's, or mate in 4 from any position of an open board, something like this, because just move queen to some position close to the king, checking from a distance of, like, from some distance, then move the second queen so the 2 queens are close to the king, still checking, and then you mate from those 2 queens that are relatively close to the king. You can mate pretty much in 1 turn. I'm not sure if it's any position, but it's pretty much a mate in 2, mate in 5, mate in 3 to mate in 5 from any open board position with 2 queens, regardless of, like, starting positioning. And I don't know just how fast it is, but yeah, that was my chess program, which after making it and fixing everything in it, it's just so freaking fun. It's just fucking fun to just see everything working properly. And the thing is, even though there are small discrepancies in here, the function actually skips over if the number is small enough, because my sorting function, my score sorting functions, actually have a margin. If my score, if one score is bigger than the other score by more than 1 part in 1,000, then it returns true. Otherwise it returns false. And the reverse function is just the same thing, but the things here are reversed. And this way, when my sorting by score comes and look for them, if the score difference is smaller than 1 part in 1,000, it will just say those scores are the same. But if the score difference is bigger, then it will see that one is clearly bigger than the other. This way I can have floating points and not get my freaking function wrecked by some I don't know, weird interaction with numbers. Bishop to queen on king that's not a pretty mate. Like, that's just freaking pedal to the floor, queen on your face, you're dead. I prefer the long distance mates. They are more fun. But this is my opinion on chess and my current console chess program. And I love it. I don't know what it will do later, but I was Demonari, and this was some coding. I didn't do it for a very long time, but yeah, that was fun.